दोस्तों, a huge round of applause. दोस्तों, जोरदार तालियां हो जाए, तालियों में कंजूसी नहीं. And now I would like to request Shrimati Tamilisai Soundararajan ji, Governor of Telangana and Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, to please come up for a special address. दोस्तों, जोरदार तालियों से स्वागत कीजिए.
A special good evening to each and everyone here. Shri Prasad Minesh Lad, Chairman International Temples Convention Expo 2023. Shri Girish Vasudev Kulkarni, Shri Kovilur Swamiji, Srimati Neeta Lad, and the great speaker have completed his speech and inspired us, Dr. Sudhakshu Trivedi, and all the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and all my brothers and sisters, media personnel, security personnel, a special good evening to each and everyone here. I am from Tamil Nadu, and I am the governor of Telangana, and I am Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. And when an invitation was extended to me by the organizers of the International Temples Convention Expo 2023, organized by the Temple Connect, an organization founded with purpose of connecting the temples. Even though as a governor and lieutenant governor, I am totally occupied by all my duties and activities, I thought it is my duty, in spite of my busy schedule, I have to attend this and I have to support this organization because it is connecting the temple, that is connecting our culture. And our culture and the temple and the spirituality are inseparable. Almost it is interlinked with our culture. As I said, I introduced myself, I am from Tamil Nadu. And there was an organization, an atheist organization. I want to convey how our spirituality is the spirit of this country and spirit of every state. So an atheist movement in Tamil Nadu, anti-Hindu, anti-spiritualism, and they organized very anti-Hindu activities, and they want to convey the message to the people of Tamil Nadu. And they used to degrade the great God Lord Rama. They used to put chapel garlands and they used to humiliate our God. And this organization, much pain, creating pain among the Tamilians, that organization was conducting all these activities. But I have to say, the leader of that atheist organization, you know what is his name? His name is Ramasamy. So, it is even though they want to degrade our God, they cannot degrade themselves because our Rama and our spirituality and all our temples are interlinked. It is the soul of our country. It is the Anma of our country. So, connecting the temples, particularly when such programs are conducted at Kasi, Varanasi, and Tamil Nadu and Varanasi as a great connection. So only when our Honorable Prime Minister organized the Kasi Tamil Sangam, the people from Tamil Nadu attended the Varanasi program, and I was a part of it. And few years back, Bharatiyar came here, and he spread spirituality and nationalism among the people. And there is a place, my native is Tirunelveli, and I am from Kanyakumari. My father's district is Kanyakumari, and this is Kashi. And the next city of my native place is Tenkasi. It is Dakshin Kasi. So there is a great connectivity between our Varanasi, Kasi and Tenkasi. And Rameshwaram, you know, any spiritual tour is not complete. They have to start from Rameshwaram or end in Kasi, or they have to start in Kasi and they have to complete in Rameshwaram. So no other state, there is such a connectivity. So north and south cultural connectivity. So Kashi, Rameshwaram connectivity is there. So only Varanasi connectivity has brought a Tamil daughter here to talk about the temple connect among yourself. And as a proud daughter of Tamil Nadu, I can say, we have so many temples, thousands and thousands of temples. And all the temples teach us the nature, the culture, and the economy. If you see a temple in Tamil Nadu and other places also, there will be a garland shop, there will be a camphor shop, there will be other shops also, flower shop, and all these shops. This is creating a village economy. So God is helping the poor to enhance their economy also. And in Tamil Nadu, we had Sangha literature. During that time, Meenakshi Amman temple, you all know. Literature, Tamil Sangam, they used to write the books and they used to float in the lotus, putting it as the golden lotus in the pond of the temple pond. And if it floats, that is a good Tamil literature. So Tamil literature and temples are interlinked, and the soul of Tamil literature is the spirituality and our Alvargal, Nayanmargal. And today we are having the birthday of the Alvar, one of the Alvar. And that is the Tamil Nadu symbol is Sri Villiputtur temple. And Tamil Nadu symbol is Sri Villiputtur temple. And the temple, the deity is Andal. And she is one of the Alvars, the deities, the disciples. And even Tamil Nadu, thousands and thousands of years back, they had a women deity, disciple, and from getting the garland, now I saw Dharma Reddy, he talked about the temple, and we sent the garland from Sri Villiputtur to Tirumala Balaji temple. You see the interconnectivity between the states. So the interconnectivity and the cultural connectivity is making us more proud, and it is more lively. And not only it is safeguarding the culture, and not only it is improving the economy, health. You have to see the corridors of Tamil Nadu temples. 5 kilometers, 2 kilometers. As a doctor, I know. Now we are hesitant to go for walking, morning walking. But we have a habit of going thrice the corridors. So when we go around the corridor after praying the temple, if we go around the corridor 3 times, definitely you won't get any diabetes or you won't be affected by blood pressure, because God looks after your health. Because if you walk through the corridor, you will be hale and healthy. So why I am telling this, not only temple practices, not only spirituality. Our temple supports culture. And even most of the temples have the dance, music, and so it safeguards the culture and it protects the culture also. So not only the temples are the place of spirituality, the temples are place of economy, the temples are place of culture, the temples are a place of literature, and the temples are a place of social justice. We have seen some of our spiritual leaders from Tamil Nadu also have come. When a marginalized person, and a person in a downtrodden family, when he wanted to praise Shiva, the Nandishwarar was in between, but he was not able to go into the temple, but he wanted to worship Shiva. This Nandishwarar moved the way, and he made the disciple to see the God and pray. So it is the place of social justice. And with all these things, what it not preaching, everything it is preaching. So I am really very happy that these type of programs are conducted, and as it is said by Sudhanshu, Dr. Sudhanshu, it is not only connecting the villages, it is not only connecting the districts, it is not only connecting the states, it is not only connecting the countries, it is connecting the world. Now we are seeing our Hindu temples at Canada. When I went for a scholarship training for fetal therapy at Canada, I went and prayed Muruga temple, Subramania temple, Kali temple, Ishwara temple, Perumal temple, more temples in foreign countries. So nowadays foreign countries are interconnected with temples. So with all these cultural connectivity and with all our spiritual connectivity and these type of programs, definitely Hinduism preaches simplicity. And as it is said by the previous speaker, the soul of our country, the Ram temple, the great Ram temple should be to be connected, to be constructed, and each and everyone is going to pray in the new venue in such a spirituality. And Rameshwaram is connecting Kashi, and Rameshwaram is connecting the Ram temple, and each and every Indian is connected by spirituality. So that is the pride of the Bharat, the India. And apart from all these things, when such programs are conducted, it spreads the spirituality. In Tamil Nadu, there is a saying that, there is a small story. Sita will take the saffron and put it in her forehead. The Anjaneya, the Hanuman will ask, Sita, Devi, why are you wearing this saffron in your forehead? Then she used to tell Hanuman, Anjaneya, if I put the saffron in my forehead, it is good for Rama. Rama will be hale and healthy. Rama will be good. So immediately after hearing that, Hanuman will take that saffron and used to smear it all over the body. Then Sita asked, what Anjaneya, what are you doing? Why are you smearing the saffron all over the body? Then Anjaneya says, if the saffron is put in the forehead itself, it is good for Rama. Means if the saffron is smeared all over the body, how it will be good for Rama? So I am smearing the saffron of the whole body. So if it is saffron all over the country, and if such activities all over the country, not only in Kashi, not only in the Rama temple, but in all the places, the spirituality, the saffronism, and the spirit of our country is spread, definitely there will be livelihood and there will be spirituality. And before and all, because our previous speaker told, now the country inspires the other country. Now I have to say, not only inspires, under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, this country influences other countries also. Before and all, for any problem, whatever may be the problem, India was looking forward to other countries for solution. Now after G20 and after the presidency of our country, and after the visit of our Honorable Prime Minister, now all the countries are looking towards India for solution. Whether it is spirituality, whether it is health, whether it is environment, whether it is economy. Now India is leading the country. So that is the spiritualism. That is the spiritual core of our spiritualism. And Swami Vivekananda, we know, he was born in West Bengal and he got the spiritual divine at Kanyakumari. So that itself says how our country is interconnected. And Swami Vivekananda says how this country is so proud and pride. When he went to other countries, why I am with the proud I am telling Rameshwaram? Because when our honorable, the spiritual leader Vivekananda went to Chicago, the Ramanatha king, he only helped him to go to Chicago. So after coming, everyone was inviting. Invite was in the reception. Everyone asked Swami Vivekananda, Vivekananda, before going to other countries, you used to tell, I love India, I love India, I love India. Now you say, you have gone to other countries, you have seen the development of other countries, you have seen the good roads, tall buildings, developed nature of the country. So now you say whether you like this country or not. Vivekananda said, before visiting the other countries, I loved India. So it was in past tense, loved India. So everyone started laughing. See, a saint like Vivekananda itself changed. Before going abroad, before going to other countries, he used to tell, I love my country, I love my country, I love my country. But now he is telling, after seeing all the developments from other country, he is telling that I loved India. Then everyone started laughing, but our great Vivekananda said, before going to foreign countries, I loved India, but now I worship India, he told. So that is the spirituality of our country. That each and every spiritualism is in the temple. In Tamil Nadu, each and every temple is a miracle. It conveys a miracle. It is not only just sculpture. It is not only bricks. It is not only buildings. Each and every temple has a spiritual story. And each and every temple says miraculous presence of God. And in Tamil there is a saying, Koil illa uril kudi irukka vendam. That is, don't stay in a place where there is no temple. So I don't know Hindi, but I can say, Bina mandir wale mat raho. Is it correct? Shahar. Bina mandir wale shahar mein mat raho. So that is, so we have temple each and every place, and that is the connectivity of our country. And I'm really very happy, and I congratulate the organizers. And these type of programs should be conducted in each and every state. I invite you to Telangana, and I invite you to Puducherry, and I invite you to Tamil Nadu. So each and every state should know about the temples, to know about connectivity, to know about spiritualism, and to know about the greatness of our country. And temples are the great soul of our country. And as it is said, this brings victory to each and everyone's life. This brings spirituality to each and everyone's life. This protects the culture. Thank you so much.
अब मैं श्रीमती नीता लाड जी से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी to please present the bouquet to ma'am. श्रीमती Tamilisai Soundararajan जी को. Also a louder round of applause. And now I would request Shri Kovilur Swamiji कि वो please यहाँ आएं और एक स्पेशल एड्रेस दें हमारी ऑडियंस को. दोस्तों जोरदार तालियों से स्वागत कीजिए स्वामी जी का.
உலகெல்லாம் உணர்ந்து ஓதற்கரியவன் நில உலாவிய நீர்மலிவேணியன் அலகில் சோதியன் நம்பலத்தாடுவான் மலர் சிலம்படி வாழ்த்தி வணங்குவாம் சொற்றுணை வேதியன் சோதிவானவன் பொற்றுணை திருந்தடி பொருந்த கைத்தொழ கற்றுணை பூட்டியோர் கடலில் பாய்ச்சினும் நற்றுணையாவது நமச்சிவாயமே. கோவிலூர் ஆண்டவர் திருவடிகள் போற்றி, நாச்சியப்ப சுவாமிகள் திருவடிகள் போற்றி. I am very grateful to the organizers of this Temple Connect, and I am very happy to share the dais with the Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Telangana, I'm a very great fan of her father, Kumari Anandan. I used to listen to his speeches 40 years back and would love to hear his voice again. I'm the 14th pontiff of Kovilur Madalayam. Kovilur Madalayam is the only Vedanta mutt in the world which taught Vedanta in Tamil. Adi Shankara's Vedanta philosophy, it was not a translation. It had a syllabus of 16 books. And Sringeri Mutt has been our Guru Peedam. Our fifth pontiff took Diksha in Sringeri. And we are very closely connected to Sringeri Mutt. And the best part of our mutt was it taught Vedanta without any discrimination of caste or creed. Some of our Vedanta students in the past have belonged to certain communities which were not even allowed to study in a formal school. People with no literacy have come to our mutt. They have been initially taught Tamil and then they will learn Vedanta. And the 16 books have to be completed. After they complete that, they will go and teach their students. That's how it was spread. Our mutt also was involved in a very great community service, which is what brings me to this dais today. It inspired. Our community is a very small community. We belong to Nagarathar community. This mutt is, the pontiff of this mutt has always been from the community, Nagarathar community. It's a very small community which has a current population of under 100,000. We are probably equal to Parsis or a little over Parsis. We were Saivites by birth, and during the time of our first pontiff, he built a temple in Kovilur in a jungle, and that temple took about 100 years. And 15 years back, we tried to estimate what it will cost in terms of money and time. And the great Ganapati Sthabadi, who made the Thiruvalluvar statue in Kanyakumari, he said, you give me 400 crores, but I can't guarantee finishing the temple. That was 15 years back. That kind of temple doesn't exist. It can't be built today. It's not possible. Okay. Now that Swamiji didn't stop with building that one temple. Whoever turned out to be a follower to our Swamiji, he inspired them to go and perform consecration ceremonies in multiple temples. According to statistics, about 120 out of 276 temples where the Nayanmars, 3 saints of Saivism, who have sung in praise of Lord, have sung in 274 temples. Out of those 274 temples, 120 temples have been repaired, reconstructed, and consecrations have happened. 5 generations, even today, some of the temples are even today being consecrated by this community. So I don't want to estimate or put a number to what it would have cost them. It's an attitude. Like in Mahabharata, when Karna was about to die, Krishna asked him, what do you want to get as a boon? He says, if I am going to be born again, give me a mind to donate. I want to be as charitable as I am today. I don't want to have somebody being turned down saying that I can't give you some money. So that is the attitude of this community. This community also had one important background, Lord Pattinathar, who is a saint, today the Guru Puja ceremonies have started in the place like Pumpuhar, and today is his birthday. And I am here on this day when Pattinathar was born. And Pattinathar, as per the epical knowledge, is the reincarnation of Kubera. Kubera was traveling around the world with Shiva, and he liked this Pumbuhar, and he wanted to stay in Pumbuhar for some time. And Shiva said, you be born as a human being and enjoy the life in this place and then come back to me. You all know Kubera was the first and final CFO for the world. He was the CFO for Shiva, and he was also the trustee for Shiva. The money that is owned by Shiva is not owned by Kubera. And therefore, the relevance of the story is Kubera was born as Pattinathar, and Pattinathar was born in a Nagarathar family. Therefore, I am not surprised that this community has undertaken consecration of 120 temples, because it is the DNA of Kubera, where you spend money on charity, particularly related to religious charity and education. This inspiration came from our mutt, as per records, in the last 200 years. Our mutt is 214 years old. So, coming to Temple Connect. As our Honorable Governor said, I am also from Tamil Nadu, and I am unable to share the bubbling enthusiasm of Shri Dharma Reddy. He is the Kubera and we are Kosela in Tamil Nadu. Our temples, though they are very rich in culture, tradition, wealth, everything, we have 43,000 temples in Tamil Nadu under HRNC control. And they own something like 478,000 acres of land and 22,600 buildings and 33,000 land sites, that is real estate. But if you go to any of these temples, you won't see that they own so much of property. There is something wrong with that. So I went to HRNC website and saw why this HRNC came into existence. So what I found was very interesting. There were many complaints during the British regime that there is a lot of mismanagement in temples by the trustees. Okay. So if I have a dispute with somebody, I go to court. So the court says, okay, you are fighting, let me take over the property. This is exactly what happened with HRNC. So the dispute resolution mechanism is such that if the judges are allowed to take over all the real estate, judges will be richer than the litigants. Nobody will go to the court. But it so happened, and in the 2014 judgment in Chidambaram Nataraja temple, the Supreme Court said HRNC can be only a transit passenger. It can't be a permanent resident. But nothing has shaken the resolve of HRNC, and they are still issuing notices to temples which are not yet covered. So they want to increase the strength of the temples under HRNC control. Now, I don't want to go very deep into how it is managed and what is happening. Suffice it to say, in the last budget, the annual budget for the Hindu Religious and Charitable Endowments Department is 400 crores. And as per the budget, 140 crores have gone to pay the salaries for the officials. 1 rupee is not spent on the priests or anybody. So the 250 crore is remaining, on which 56 crore was budgeted to be spent on upkeep and consecration of temples, on which the charged amount, actually money spent was only 6 crore. So exactly what is happening? So what was the intent of the HRNC management of the temples? If I can say, I give you X amount of rupee to perform a particular activity, and you take the money and not perform the activity, in a simple word, it is breach of trust. It's a criminal offense. And all these temples are endowed with lot of property by the devotees. And if I go to the temple and put some money in the hundi, I assume that it is going to the temple development. But 12% of that is going to HRNC to pay their executive officer, to pay to the joint commissioner, chief commissioner, everybody. And then there is an audit fee. Why would the temple pay an audit fee? It's happening. So hundi revenue goes, and then the HRNC will say, I have to fix the fair rent, so on the income, I have to collect more revenue. So it's a revenue collector for the government, while the money is not spent on the upkeep of temples. I'll come to the crux. Why I said we are Kusela. There are, out of 43,000 temples, roughly 38,000 temples are there without even one puja every day. There are some statistics which say some 13,000 temples have vanished. They are not even existent today. They were in existence some time back. They no longer exist. So what do we do with that? These temples were not built for fun. They were built with a purpose. People have migrated from the villages, okay? And the temples are not, they have not kept up with the tradition. There is no puja. And government itself is saying that we want to fund at least some temples where we can perform one puja every day. They allocated a very large amount of money, 120 crores. I was impressed. Then you go to the fine print, they say they are allocating 2 lakhs per temple. That's more interesting. The fund is not over. That 2 lakhs will be deposited in a bank, and the interest therefrom will be utilized to perform one puja every year. The maximum interest you will get from a bank deposit is 8%. So on 16,000 rupees, you have to perform one puja every day for 365 days. So that's roughly about 50 rupees. You can't buy one garland for 50 rupees today, anywhere. Probably you can buy some camphor. That's not one puja. There is no naivedyam. So how do we, this is all very distressing for somebody who is in the area of religion, who want to promote religion, and who feels genuinely religion is the only way in which we can lower the crime rate, our social harmony will be maintained. I am very disturbed. There are two options. One, go to the government and say you have to do something. And the government is, as the governor said, it won't be too sensitive. So are we going to remain idle? Can't we do something? So I thought, as a token, as a pilot, we will do one puja, at least. And we did a budget. We recently built a Nataraja temple as a replica of Chidambaram temple. And we know what sort of difficulties arise in running a temple, based on which we did a small budget. And I decided we will provide a nucleus of 25 lakhs every year, not a deposit like the government. We will create a trust to do daily puja, at least one puja every day. So what I want to do, I'll run through the sequence a little faster. The temples have got two problems. Money is the last of the problem. Money will come if there is performance, like you saw the Tirupati presentation. If so many devotees are coming and their annual budget is 4,400 crore, it's no surprise. But this temple is going to have some difficulty. So what we want to do is, we thought it through. We found that there is no local support. Why there is no local support? Because it is centrally managed. People don't know who is managing the temple, to whom they should go and represent. So now what we have decided is, I belong to Sivaganga district. I will go around. I will check with the HR&C department how many temples are there in Sivaganga district. We will take a list. We'll do a survey. At least the temples which are in good repair. We don't want to go into a repairing mode. We have some education institutions who will support. We will start work like Lord or Saint Tirunavakar sir, do the repairing work, that cleanup. The temples will be cleaned up, and then we will start performing puja. For performing puja, there is a problem. Money is the last problem, as I said. There is no priest available, because the priests are paid a princely sum of 8,000, 9,000 a month. Nobody wants to do it. When I checked with some priests, they said, we are not even getting married because we are priests, because our income is very low. So I thought, I did a survey. People are very happy if they are paid 25,000. An engineer gets 25,000 if he joins Infosys. A polytechnic guy gets at least 18,000. If I pay 25,000 to a priest, probably he'll come. But if I want to do only one puja for a temple, let me start with 4 temples. One priest, he will go around in a two-wheeler, he will do one puja, stay there for 2 hours, do the second puja, stay there for 2 hours, and then he does the similar exercise in the evening. So how do we get the priests? The existing priests are either old or not too interested. So we have started work on running a Veda Padasala at a personal level, but we find that personal level is a full-time study. People are not interested. So we want to run online courses. We can't do full-scale Veda Padasala. Veda Padasala full-scale is not needed to perform puja in a temple. We only do agamas. To perform puja in a temple, it takes 6 months course. That's the course curriculum developed. In 6 months, we can train probably 100 students with a guarantee of job. If they are provided a guarantee of job, say 25,000, 30,000 plus food, because the second problem faced by the temples is the prasad. There is no cook available to make the prasad. We are getting priests, but not a Swayambhavu who will cook for the deity. So what we want to do is, we have checked, and there are some priests who are willing to do this cooking. They want 50,000. I said, okay, we'll engage those people. We'll create mass kitchens, engage them. They will do puja as per the temple the convention. They'll make prasadam for 50 temples, 100 temples in this location. And we will provide a carrier with the priest. He will go and distribute one part in the local community, one part will be his food. This he will do 4 times a day. So the prasad is taken care, priest is taken care of. One missing link is, in a Shiva temple, we need to sing Thevaram Tiruvasakam. That Oduvar training also has to be done. Fortunately for us, we got one of the best Oduvars in the country, Dr. Tirutani Swaminathan, who was with me along with the others when we presented Sengol to our Honorable Prime Minister in Delhi. He is ready to do online course. So we are going to conduct an online course whereby we don't want to train Oduvars. We want people who are there, devotees, to come and sing the Thevaram and Tiruvasakam. So they can attend the course, they can come, and in the local temples, we want to create a management structure at the local level. 4 people in every temple will do the management. And they will inform us that the priest has not come, he has been lethargic, whatever is the complaint. We will take care. If we do this as a pilot project, starting 6 months from now, within the next 1 year, I am very positive we will have 100 temples covered under the scheme. If we can do 1 to 100 will take probably 1 year, but the 100 to 1000 will take less than that. And unfortunately, Mr. Dharma Reddy is not there. I want this Temple Connect to connect all the temples which have got excess money, which can be put on temples which are already built and which are very popular. They can, see, funds can be provided, volunteers can provide the funds, volunteers can come and work in the temples, volunteers can eventually take over the local temples. Local volunteers will take over the local temples eventually. We don't have to manage the temples after 2-3 years. They will manage the temple. This is my theme, where I don't want to go and beg the government, okay, you please let us do this management and all that. I don't want your endowment, I don't want anything. I just don't want your executive officer to come here as an officer. Let him come as a devotee, I have no problem. This is the basic idea which I want to convey in this Temple Connect. I'm not too sure if I have been, positive enough. But one thing I will say, like Tirupati Devasthanam is doing, every one of us have to start these 5 activities. Veda Padasala is needed. Devaram Tiruvasam has to be taught. Temple music, Nadaswaram Tavil has to be done. Our mutt has got the school since our 12th pontiff. Last 22 years we have been running the schools. We provide scholarship to them and they come and stay in our mutt. We provide them food and accommodation and also a stipend, and they learn the music and then they go and perform everywhere. They make 30,000-40,000 a month after 3 years to 4 years of training. This is also needed. And we also have to do temple dance. They become cream in the cake. But the basic thing is your priest training, Oduva training, Nadaswaram and Tabat. These 4 things have to be done. And every one of you who can support this activity, we are interested in collaborating with any one of you. We have no problem. And in fact, I don't want to be the engine of this activity. There is no need for me to be the engine. I just become a catalyst. Anybody can take over the engine. I can be a compartment. There is no problem. So with these words, I am very grateful again for giving me this kind of opportunity. One area which I left out, probably I should highlight, is the governor said every temple has got a miracle. I just want to mention one miracle and how that temple can attract a crowd. I want your inputs on that. See, there is a list of temples called Saptavidangar Sthalam, 7 temples. There was a king called Musukunda Chakravarti in Tiruvarur, and he was assisting Indra in demolishing the demons in a war. So Indra asked him, what do you want as a gift? He said, the Murti that you are praying, that Tyagaraja Murti, is what I want as a gift. So Indra said he cannot give it because it was given by Brahma to Vishnu, and from Vishnu it came to Devendra. So Devendra did a trick. He made 6 similar idols and put all the 7 in front of Musukunda and said, if you select the right one, you get the right one. He chose the right one. He was very devoted, he chose the right one. So Devendra, in an emotional mood, he gave all the 7 to him. All the 7 are installed in and around Tiruvarur. 7 temples are there. And the key part is, like in Kashi, we see the Shivalinga as Swayambhu. It was not man-made. But you can see a lot of Swayambhu lingams. but you cannot see one Vigraha which is not made in this world. It has traveled all the way from Devendra Lokam. This entire 7 Tyagarajas have traveled from Indralokam to this country. You can't see this anywhere. It's not a story, you know. You go and see this Tyagaraja anywhere, it doesn't look like any of the Panchaloka Vigrahas. It's different. And the unfortunate thing is, I visited at least 4 of these temples. There's a miracle happening in the temple, but if you see somebody else as a devotee in the temple, it becomes a miracle. There's nobody there. Why is it happening? Have we not promoted enough? I would say yes. Because I went to one temple, my guru, I would say, Dr. So-so-me is there. He is an exponent in Periya Purana. After Kripananda Variyar, he is the best exponent of Periya Purana. And every day I listen to his speech. And he was the one who put it in my mind. And I got inspired and went to the temple. If I can be inspired at my age to go to this temple and see what it is, probably if we present it well in an audio-visual format, in an animated setup, probably our young children will be interested. We have to promote it and bring back the crowd to the temples where at least the miracles have happened. I can very easily say there are some 100 temples where miracles have happened. 3 temples where dead persons have been reborn. And a temple door which was closed and could not be opened, it was opened by Tirunavakarasar by singing 10 songs. Can you believe? It is there. I went to the temple, I checked around the temple employees, which is that door. They couldn't say. Such is the pathetic situation of the temples. So, let's all connect together. I want a tourism focused on our miracles, the temple's importance, so that we bring back the crowd to the temples and involve the local people in the management of the temples. With this, I will conclude my speech by saying, Vendathakadu arivoini, Vendamuzhudum tharivoini, Vendarkariyadu அயன்மார்க்கரியோயினி வேண்டி என்னை பணிகொண்டார்.